They will give you always the best rate.
They connect to Binance, HitBTC, LMAX, and Kraken.
What I like about Swissborg is that they have an amazing app.
Nog een keer.
Pow wow wow, yippie yo, yippie yay.
Ben ook.
Pow wow, yippie
Zeg nog een keer.
Pow wow wow, yippie yo, yippie yay.
Die, go!
Pow wow wow, yippie yo, yippie yay.
Ben ook.
Pow wow wow, yo yippie yay.
PowWow, yo yippee yay guys, Pow number 26. Super excited to be with you guys today. As always, we're gonna dive into the love of the community, then talk about the markets, and then talk about how Swissborg is flourishing on a daily basis. As you guys know, my name is Cyrus Fazell. I'm the proud founder and CEO of Swissborg, always here to serve you. Big shout out to all these lovely green eyes. If you want to be part of it, you know what to do. Just send it, tweet it, and we'll make it happen. Please vote for us guys on startup.ch to be the #1 startup in Switzerland and hopefully in the world very time soon. Question of the week. Bro, thank you for the asking. What's happening to interest rates? Is a bit lower. It is true than some competitors to maintain higher rates. How is that possible? Why should we still use Swissborg? Well, first and most is that if you're looking very on the short run, maybe those rates are not as high as maybe some other competitors. But if you look on the last 6 months, the rates are much higher. Markets, and as we are offering yields in the different decentralized pools, and what we talked about last week is that we're really using blockchain. And the blockchain ecosystem in DeFi now is offering smaller yields. And why does competitors actually give like maybe higher rates than us right now at this current market? Is that most probably many of them don't really use the DeFi. It's only the centralized authorities that are lending to different brokers. The second thing is that maybe they're getting like, let's say, you know, X%. But out of the year or out of the last 6 months, that's a much lower rate, right? And they're probably not giving what the market is offering. They're just giving this random rate and they're keeping a massive spread. So I think so you really have to realize that whatever Swissborg doing is always as transparent as best, and it's really using the market, using the technology. And I think so that has a lot to do. Will these rates, you know, sustain at this rate or to go higher? There's very high risk, very high chances that it will eventually get higher, and definitely Swissborg will always do the best in order to make those rates and make that risk as well be worth it. And sometimes it's better to reduce rates, because especially in DeFi there's a lot of new things coming in. Some are great, some are not, and you know, we'll always be looking at a best risk performance basis. It's been a lot of time that people are asking for edutainment, and great news guys, we're gonna have a little 2-3 minutes every week about educational section. It's really to train some of you that already know this and some that don't know at all, and the idea after that is to do real great masterclass, obviously for free for the community, in order again to make you guys better investors and to grow that wealth into your brains. And today is the basics, the very basic of why invests. Investing versus trading, what's the main difference? There's two personas, right? There's investor and then there's the trader. The investor, what does he should do, or what she should be doing, is that she should look at those 3 different P's that we talk about all the time, right? Look for something that it's a profitable investment. Look for to use that product and that, you know, that company, what is creating. And then at the end, understand the philosophy, the purpose of that investment. And if you align those 3, usually you're very good. What we have to look as well is always, I know especially in crypto, as hard as on the long run, right? Some people said, hey, I bought, you know, Bitcoin at 60,000. Oh, I bought, you know, Swissborg token at $1, and I bought, you know, Ethereum at, you know, $3,000. And right now, obviously, the experience is not as good. It doesn't really matter until you haven't sell off, right? And I think so that's something extremely important to realize, is that if you're like losing at the moment, maybe it's that time where you start to think about, okay, now I see that it's a risky investment, but maybe I should reload or not reload. And I think so these are things that are very important, and especially look at the mid-run and long run. We've seen over the decade that, Bitcoin had all-time highs after a certain cycle, and right now we're in this cycle that we're trying to play off. We'll talk about that later, but that's really important. Traders on the other side, something very different, right? Traders usually get into for profit, but they could as well fulfill the other piece, and will probably go in and out and will manage extremely well or not their portfolio on a risk basis. And I think so there's a lot of different techniques of trading. It's usually oriented more on the short term than investor is more on the long run. And the good thing about traders that are successful and that are using, by the way, all the great data that we have on Swissborg, could do a really great job on the upside and eventually as well on the downside. And I think so a good thing about traders, what they usually do is they never fall too much in love with their positions, and therefore are able to take out some profits and to reinvest in the bad times like right now. I hope you enjoyed this. We'll have many other courses along the next weeks. Welcome to the family, Christina. She's a lovely QA engineer, really looking forward. She just has started. She's going to be helping a lot the back end and a lot of things about automation. She's extremely aligned with us, and I'm really looking forward to have her. More than that, there's as well Ludovic that is going to be, he just has joined the company and is super happy to have it. He's been doing a lot of great stuff within university, the academy, but as well in backend, obviously in Scala, and literally looking forward to have a great person such as himself. If you want to be part of our super dream team, there's more and more roles all the time in Lisbon, in Dubai, in different remote places. Just look at any of these jobs. If you think that you have the right skill sets, please apply. If not, advise your friends to do so, and you could earn up to $3,000 worth of Swissborg tokens if he or she gets selected. News of the week, a lot of good things cooking actually this week, which is really good. A financial advisor survey, 26% of this survey, they recommend people to get into crypto over the next 12 months. That is quite crazy. A world study that has done that. More than that, Ethereum just surpassed Bitcoin in a key milestone as a major upgrade helps to spur its price higher. I think so that is really, really good. We know that again on July 14th as well, Ethereum is going to go through a massive change, and I think so that's why a lot of people are hoping that this will go well. On the other side, German law allowing 415 billion investment to crypto to take effect. I think so this is really going to help a lot to mass adoption for institutional investors, but as well retail. Kat Perry announced NFTs on Teta network, that the Korean network that is doing extremely well for video games, but as well now for music and songs, which is actually quite cool. Last but not least, we want you. Pro Bitcoiner Senator Cynthia Loomis invites crypto miners to Wyoming. As we know, Wyoming has been a state that has been very pro crypto thanks to the guys over there. They have all their banking act, and they are really now realizing that a lot of Chinese are flying out, a lot of miners are flying out, and they are welcoming and winning Wyoming, which is a good state. It's actually quite a green state, so hopefully it'll get crypto even cleaner. Market Bitcoin is still ranging, guys. There's not much. We're still in that 30-40 dancing. Looks like it's gonna happen for the next weeks or so. Taking that consideration, it has been one of the worst quarter in history for crypto. Sorry, for Bitcoin, dropping over, I think so, 50% or 45%. What it is. And however, we're seeing accumulation, a lot of people buying into Bitcoin. So I think so that is always something that is very fascinating. That a lot of new institutions, countries like El Salvador, and hopefully many others going forward, that are starting to get into Bitcoin at 30,000, at 35,000, and that's why we're always trying that. People trying to push it to 38 and then selling some and going back. So there's a lot of trading happening, and a lot that is going from different hands to different hands. So I think so this is something that is to look very seriously. One of the main catalysts that will break, as we talk all the time, is Bitcoin Nation, when other South American countries will be adopting Bitcoin, and it's going to happen. Ethereum, as said, is still waiting for the July 14th, I think so, update. This is going to be actually, I think, to really look carefully. If it passes well, it's good. If it doesn't pass as well, we probably will go into another territory. But as we're speaking right now, the trend line seems bullish. It is definitely one that is outperforming most cryptos, if not any crypto. It's technically actually very strong. So please look into July 14th. What is happening with our sweet CHSB token? Well, there's great momentum. It actually broke that triangle. We saw that already last week and is gaining a lot of hype around it, which is always something great. On a more fundamental and technical level, we're seeing the circuiting supply lowering down as people are going into the obviously the community premium, but as well as still the Genesis premium. So that is really good. Actually, right now there's less than 10% of the totally circuiting supply that is being traded right now. So this is a great catalyst for upcoming AMA of next week, which we have great news about the CHSB. Now looking at the weekly token sentiment of Swissborg, well, things are going a little bit better, I would say. In general, the fear index is not as low it was last week. It'll gain a little bit of some activity there. We're at 29, which is slightly better. If not, the biggest change is XRP. There's a lot of people buying XRP. I think so. The reason is that there's obviously the stake that's going into it with the yield, which is actually quite sweet. We saw quite a big drop of KNC though, for I don't know which reason. That is hard to explain. And we're seeing more BNB accumulation, which I think so is quite a smart move. Ren as well, because those are definitely the two big massive players in DeFi, and we know that DeFi is the one that's growing the market. Token pick of the week, we wanted to talk about our friends at Aave. Obviously, shout out to Stanny, all the group there. We love these guys. Why do we think Aave has been always one of the best players? Not because only their DNA and they started in a very early stage, but I think so they're being smarter and smarter. I mean, now that they're on, only 16 billion that is pledged in their protocol, which is massive. Their token obviously had an extremely great performance in 2020 and now in 2021 as well. But I think so we have to remind ourselves that, they're being very smart as remaining on Ethereum but going quickly to Polygon in order to really use Matic and make more scalable and less gas fees, which is great. Please remind yourselves that in terms of token holders, they have the biggest guys: 3 Arrow Capital, Parafi Capital, Pantera, Defiance, Alameda Research. Everyone, essentially, these big guys have a stake. And we looked at their wallets recently, and we saw that essentially in the last 365 days, even if the token has gone crazy, none of these guys actually sold it. They still hold these tokens, and it shows that this is here not only to stay but to have extremely massive performance, which I see from, because usually some of these whales go in but eventually go out, especially after like 1000x, right? Well, here is not the case. So I think so this is something that is really good. What could bring Aave into a new territory is DeFi for institutional investors, and right now they're in discussion with Fireblocks, with as well Galaxy, and how to create a DeFi lending platform. I think so this could be really interesting, where a different institutional investor will do KYC and will be able to lend and borrow at different rates, probably only on stable coins for now, and then eventually on different other cryptos. But this could really be the massive catalyst of a next bull run, and Aave will be definitely the one to look at. We just talked about it. We just launched it. Super excited to have that. We'll have 4% yield for our Genesis premiums on XRP. XRP will now be into DeFi. We had a lot of talks about with Ripple and XRP, and we definitely were willing to see how Ripple could have a great use, not only in the payment, but more importantly in the DeFi space. It is happening with Swissborg. Looking forward for all these people, lovely people, to stake and yield on XRP. Announcement of the week. It's a 3x. Yes. Rewards starting July 6th. You'll be able to earn up to 300 euros worth of Swissborg tokens if you refer a friend and deposits 150 euros. So your friend needs to bring more skin in the game, and you both will be rewarded 3 times more. I swear to God that some of you will earn up to 300 euros, and we will as well randomly give during that period to the 10 lucky users a chance to win 1,400 euros of CHSB, which is the equivalent or a little bit even more of the community premium, while you be recommending and referring your friends. So I think so this is really good. We want you to enjoy that beautiful 3x reward, and we want, more importantly, to grow our ecosystem and bring more and more awesome people to benefit from all the premium and wealth management package that we do have. Announcement of the week number 2. There's more cool stuff. 10,000 guys, 10,000 community premiums in within like a month or so. So that is great number. I think so we need to get to 20,000 now. Next move. Super congratulations to all of you guys that are community premium. We built this for you guys, and we're super humble and happy about this. So again, congratulations to all of you. This has been a massive milestone for all of us, and even more importantly for your loved ones. Swissborg App and data. So what's happening with the Swissborg App? Obviously, there's been the XRP yield pool. They have now almost 10 million XRP in the pool, which is quite cool. The top trader of the month of June, 60 million volume, just one guy. He's definitely not an investor, but a very sophisticated trader. Congrats to you guys. 423,000. We are a little bit going slow. We have that maybe Euro Cup syndrome where people are looking at matches and looking at how to enjoy their vacation, which is normal, but not downloading and controlling their wealth, unfortunately. A little bit more than 1.1 billion assets under management was great. We have over 75,000 people that are actually using yield products, which is great. And we have 218,000 people that came through referrals. Great job to all of you guys. That's amazing. That means 1 out of 2 have been referred on the Wealth app. That is how great our community is, and thank you so much for all the people that be doing that. Brings us to the smart yield wallets. 204, 207, 218, 145 in Bitcoin, a little bit less in Bitcoin there. 11 million on BNB, slightly growing. Quite disappointed though by USDT, which is only at 2 million. And we have within 1 week a bit more than 6 million on Ripple, which is good enough, I think so. 800 million total. It is growing number. Let's bring it to at least 1 billion to the amount. We have like a week for this to get 1 billion back. That would be really cool. CHSB, our lovely token. What's happening with that beauty? Premium obviously is growing. We have 474 people on the last day, which is great. Staked now, it's over 72% stake, which is great. 70% increase, which is good. Close to 700,000 into the protect and burn, which brings us to 95,000. We need to get 100. I said for the AMA, we need 5,000 people. How can we convince 5,000 people to get there? We need that. Brings us to the community, and is it 6? Is it 6? Is it 6.8? It is 7.0, which is good, not great. Again, we're getting this activity less on volume in the app in general, but nonetheless it's still a great 7.0 is really great. And don't forget that the median score that we wanted, it was 6.1 out of the year, so 7.0 during summertime. It is good, not good enough. So you know what to do to grow that. Refer, play around with the app, be smart, go on crypto nights tomorrow night, enjoy with Peng Zong. Is going to be a great one. CEO of Tendermint is going to be explaining a lot of different things around crypto, blockchain in general, and obviously DeFi. Next week, guys, nous commençons avec le AM en français le 13 juillet, and on the 14th, we're having the English one. I know some of you are complaining, but we're always doing the other thing. In Switzerland, at least in Lausanne, our mother tongue is in French, so we said for once we'll do it in French. And then we'll do it in English, because you know we're always doing all the powers in English, so I like at least for once time we could do something in French before. What is going to be happening? Well, on Tuesday we'll be having this with Anthony. We're going to have an overview of Q2 Swissborg, what's happening on the roadmap, exciting announcements, features, long-term projects as well, and we'll be doing that the same in English but with my brother. and Alex will bring his energy, his vibe, and his loveliness for you guys. So 2 nights in a row, we're gonna have French then English one, and it's gonna be a blast like always. And there's be so much cool things to win and to earn. And by the way, you need to set up your engine app, guys. So please download it, attend the AMA, and you'll be earning these NFTs, guys. Earning these NFTs, as you remember, it looks cool right now, but we'll be building this meritocratic hero score for Swissborg. For all the events that you've been attending, these eventually on-chain will build your love score for Swissborg, and you'll be earning a lot of cool things with it. So please download your engine app, make it happen, and please be here. Like always, this platform, I love it. So please comment, share, subscribe to it. Follow me on Instagram or on Twitter. Message me at any time, and always like or ask any question that's here for you. I do all this love. It's for you guys, and I really enjoy by doing it. Another lovely week, guys. 10,000 in the community premium. That is a very big number. How can we give this to 20,000? That'll be even better. Almost 100,000 people on the Wealth app own CHSB tokens. So that means only 10% are community premium, and only 5% actually are Genesis premium. So we could really grow those numbers. And while we'll be building more products and features, our loved ones will have better and better powers to enjoy our beautiful ecosystem that we're all building together. Looking forward for next week, the AMA. It's a lot of good news gonna happen, and we're gonna have fun like always, and you'll be rewarded this time too. So look forward to it, guys. Love you by the bottom of my heart. Love our I got that wrong for the first time, which is cool. But be healthy, be wealthy, and love our CHSB. Take care, guys. Bye.
Whether you want to buy 100 Bitcoins or 10 euros, you can always get the best price execution.